all of us.
He said go ahead and start. He'll
Okay,
be
we'll
right
go
back.
ahead and call the meeting to order and we'll stand for the flag. I pledge
Allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Larry, will you lead us in invocation?
Yes. Well, we come to thank you for ask you to come in this meeting, Lord. It's best in one that see our, we just ask you the best of what is on this yeah. We just ask you the best of people of Mount Pleasant. Ask you give our leaders some wisdom and the knowledge. Lord, we just thank you for all you have done. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, roll call. Ms. McWilliams,
Here.
Mr. Smith,
Here.
Ms. Pepe,
Here.
Ms. Knowles,
Here.
Mr. Patton,
Yeah.
Ms. Holt, Ms. Arnold.
Here. Okay, we were sent the minutes. We did not meet in November, so we have the October meetings that were sent to us, October 8th. Is there anything that needed to be corrected, added, or otherwise fixed?
I didn't, the best of my recollection, it seems accurate to me. I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes as they are.
Second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Unfinished business, let's see, review, breakfast with Santa.
Breakfast with Santa is December 20th, 9 to 12. Santa's good to go. I have the backdrop for pictures. We have cooks, griddles. I went through our supplies. We have 50 pounds of mix, 5 jugs of syrup, a big box of forks, 300 plates, 3 cans of spray Pam, cups for juice and coffee or hot chocolate, and 1.5 containers, the cans of hot chocolate mix. I will need to pick up punch and some kind of the aluminum pans to transport the pancakes back and forth. I'll set the tables up and the pictures area on Friday. And if you're coming to help with the event, be there between 8 and 8:30 so we can finish any kind of little setup and get started with the pancakes.
We'll be there.
You can add there's 450 plates
Okay.
down there, add that to your list. And do you have plenty of forks or do we need forks?
I have one of the jumbo boxes from
Sam's.
Is that enough hot cocoa mix, you think? You're gonna need more of that 1.5, didn't know, I don't know how much that makes. I don't drink hot
Last year
cocoa. So,
we had probably a pound of that left over, and we had a lot of pancakes left over. So I think we just do with what we have, and then
Okay.
we'll cook till we run out.
Sounds good.
Now the syrup we have is in the big things.
Yeah, the big
Do we need
jugs.
some of the small, do you want some of the small, squeeze bottles?
I have some of those in the closet that we
Okay.
can use.
All right, because if we need some more, I don't mind picking up some of those because it's much easier, especially with kids,
Yeah.
to use a little squeeze bottle than to dump that big gallon.
I think last
Find
year
out.
we had people monitoring the table with the syrup, so. But yeah, I can pick up some of those, or
Just-
you can, the
yeah.
squeeze bottles.
I
We have
personally
from the
like
dollar
a little
store.
pancake with my syrup, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
But those kids, I'm just thinking of them trying to pick up that gallon and pour it.
It's
It's going to be
good.
everywhere.
It will be. It's gonna be
Maybe a
sticky.
funnel to put it in with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Will do. So do you need anything else or you think we're good to go?
I think we're good to go. Just pick up the Hawaiian punch.
Right. Special reports from City Department, Parks Department report.
Philip and I have been meeting with Miss Marilee for the last couple of months, working on some new ideas, classes, events, just kind of picking her brain from her years of experience with Parks and Rec. Um, we have talked a lot about the new construction at the center, and we definitely want to utilize the community center as it should be, like get as much use out of it as possible for the community, not just, you know, our events monthly with Parks and Rec. Try to offer some like exercise classes, cooking classes, maybe figure out how to do some gardening things. I've contacted several of the places that she's mentioned over the last couple of weeks and just waiting on responses for, you know, things that they offer. And looked into some of the other things that she's talked about that offer classes for like senior citizens and things like that to just kind of get an idea of, things that we could definitely.
There were some times where like there were some Zumba classes that have taken place at the center. There have been over times. It's just, you know,
it's kind of like it comes and goes.
Well, one of the things that I was asked about was the possibility of like CPR class, a training that could be held for citizens, even if it cost them $10 or $20 to get the certification.
That was something that we had talked
There's
about.
been a lot of questions about that coming from people in the community.
Because our fire department does offer those classes.
They got
Every
one
so
coming
often.
up. They got one coming up.
So to add to that, I think Dion and the other instructors are holding a community CPR sometime in January or February. We're supposed to meet back after Christmas to put the whole plan together to see what it looks like. So CPR, first aid, Narcan training, the thing now, all those good things. So, but yes, once it opens back up, I think that's something we incorporated. Everything that Alicia said is, yes, true, great, and we're wanting to do that. But what we're wanting to do is take this, we'll call it downtime from January to when it opens back up, but hit the ground running when it opens back up. So have some of those programs and things in place. So when it's open, it's open. So we'll take those next few months to kind of try to put those in place.
It's fantastic.
And a little update on that. We had our pre-construction meeting today with the company. They're going to start first of the year. So I'll say the first week of January. So we'll meet over the next few weeks, or probably next week, with TCAT's the only one staying in there because they're not doing a lot in that area. But Boys and Girls Club, I think they already have a plan to maybe do the schools, and we'll meet with our senior program to see how we can accommodate that. What that looks like. So, but yes, January, the first week of January, construction should start.
Good.
Yeah, ideally we could get a church to help with the seniors.
I think you're working on that.
Yeah,
with Toya.
we're working on that.
Once we know if there's something not there, then we'll go and try to figure out from where
Even
else
if
we
it's
do.
just a couple of days a week, just to give the seniors a place to go.
Well, just keep it going.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think it's a very needed program in our area. I mean, some of these, and these are our seniors guys from our town, and they got nobody or hardly nothing to do, and the senior center is good for them.
Well, that's just like today. I went in and we were talking about the construction part, and Miss
what I was
Diane said that Miss Diane said that Columbia had called and said that they had 4 spots open for their Christmas dinner. Well, we have 12 seniors. How
Yeah.
can you choose?
Well, that's a long, deep subject with me, and I know we don't really have time for all that. But you know, the Murray County Senior Program is very uninvolved in the Mount Pleasant Senior Program. You know, it's a lot of just what we do. You know, so
Most
yeah,
definitely.
so trying to help them out as, thank you.
Can the library help out at all with the seniors?
They would probably tell them to come up there. But like we have Miss Thelma Rush, who's 99. She drives maybe within a 5-mile radius of her home, and that's
Thanks to
it.
Miss Summer Drive.
We have Miss
This-
McMinnis, who Miss Diane picks up, you know, when she comes to the center.
Miss McMinnis. Yeah.
And then, you know, a couple of the other ladies that probably wouldn't travel that far.
No.
So Ms. Willie?
But what about the fire hall conference room? Can't use that?
So I think, the initial thing is what can we do when she's working with Latoya? And then, I would start there and we'd figure it out. I would start with library in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can or if they can't, but, I know that the goal is for not that program to go away over the next 7, 8 months.
Yeah.
So whatever we need to do, even if it's, we're moving chairs in here and we're setting up tables in this room right here to keep that program going. I think the next step though is now that we know the date, it's sit down with Miss Diane and see, because she may have some thoughts or what.
Yeah.
From there.
Laura, y'all church got that handicap would be great. Nothing else. 39, the kitchen back there.
Mhm,
Maybe you could see if all else fails.
mhm.
Like I said, it may not be the same senior program that they're used to, but
Y'all
it'll
got a
be,
microwave,
it'll
all
be
that?
something to keep
Yeah,
it
we got it all.
present and available at least until they can hit the ground running again. Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's right.
Because a lot of them don't come, every day unless,
The main days that they come are Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
You'll have a few like through Mondays, Wednesdays,
Uh-huh.
and Fridays.
yeah, because I remember being there and
Yeah.
they don't all show up on the,
but on bingo days,
Yeah.
you can count them on.
Yeah.
You can count on them.
Those are
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think we, those are our seniors, guys. We need to do what we can to try to help them out with that.
Yep, we can take
One
them
day
up
we're
to the
gonna be in
bank.
their shoes.
What's that?
Some of us getting close.
Don't hang out at the back.
You are.
Yeah, they can
Look,
give them a job.
most
There's
days,
nothing to do.
well, and we're being recorded. I'm gonna stop right now.
Okay.
On the other days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you have like, what about five or six, or?
You maybe 3 at the most.
Okay.
It just depends on like if this one has a doctor's appointment,
Mm.
they'll stop in and visit. If Miss McMinnis feels like coming.
Yeah.
Now Francis,
I love her.
Miss Francis, she comes every day.
Yeah, most Miss Francis are gonna do. Where's she gonna walk and ride?
I don't
and
know,
stuff? 'Cause,
but she walks her track or in the West Hall, and she rides those bikes
Mhm.
faithfully every day.
every day.
So then you have like Mr. Delta who doesn't have a car and he has to ride the scat down on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So
In all
It's
their
just-
busiest days, I think where we might have 8 to 10.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's 12 of them if they're all there
Oh, okay.
right now. So
So I think, ultimately we'll sit down with them, we'll have that conversation. And the goal is to put them somewhere, but I can't remember the lady's name you talked about that rides a bike every day.
Mhm,
She still ride a bike every day because that room's not being touched other than paint.
mhm.
So we can say, hey, the contractors, this lady's coming in this door, she's riding her bike every day until
Mhm.
she's no longer riding that bike.
Yeah.
Until they get that room. So I think since it's not, it's not 100 folks,
Yeah.
that we can make sure that when we have that meeting with Ms. Diane, to like, what are some of the needs here, where can we go, and then what can we accommodate? I think, not to go in a big long discussion about it, but there's not a lot of seniors in the program right now.
No, it's not.
I think over the next few months, that needs to be evaluated as well. Is it a Murray County program or is it a Mount Pleasant program?
Yeah.
It could be better. I don't know the answer to that. But I think it's something we have.
Those are definitely things whenever I was
Yes.
in it that were on my high alert things, is trying to make it a Mount Pleasant program. Yeah.
Because we've looked at, what's the reward of being in a Murray County senior program. I don't know if I found that.
I haven't.
But I mean, again, that's not fair because we've not dug into it the way we need to.
I know Miss
Yeah.
Diane's got a lot of ideas, for her new space and having an open house and inviting,
Oh, yeah. A lot of our
seniors to
issues
come and
with our seniors in our area that Columbia has to offer that we don't really was transportation.
yeah,
Someone to go around and pick up people and bring back
yes.
to the center. That's what we really don't have. I think we would have bigger numbers because there's plenty of people I think who would enjoy coming. They just don't have a way.
Yeah.
And sometimes that $2 for that scat ride or whatever is a lot. Even though
Now
it's
it's
just,
5.
or whatever it is. That's a lot to some of these people who would frequent the senior center.
When they do the construction or the remodeling, is the marquee going up, the announcement board?
The sign, it's in the bid. It's at an alternative, well, not alternative. It was in the, can't find the word. a supplement like tables and chairs. Those are still just hanging there because change orders is a thing, right? So when we get there, I hope so. This is not like a wastewater treatment plant or a downtown project. Y'all seen change orders a lot on it. This is pretty much paint and wall, so hopefully there's not a lot of change orders. But it's, yes, it is in there, and it's a pretty good price on it. I think it was $50,000, and I don't think that sign's gonna cost that. I had I like the girls softball field. I think it was only like 10 or 15. So there's gonna be some wiggle room with that, but we'll see once we get closer.
That's
Down.
I think that's very beneficial to our
I think
whole
so.
community,
Yeah.
because it's hard to get information out within Mount Pleasant. And I'd say at least 60% of Mount Pleasant passes that area with the schools and whatnot. Having a marquee up there would be wonderful.
I know it's just discussion right now, but you said something that gas charges $5. Is that a round trip or?
I don't know, Alicia, is it?
It's round trip.
Round trip, yeah.
So I think that's some of the conversations to have over the next few months. How do you get people there? Well, $5 a trip is easier than buying a bus and hiring a driver. Is that something we can look at from a budgeting standpoint that we senior program, if it's a Mount Pleasant program, to get them there?
They do have passes that you can purchase. It works out to be cheaper than that per trip.
You know, I said that off the cuff. I don't know what that would cost,
Yeah.
but I mean that's
There's some options.
some options there that make it.
Mhm.
Because I didn't know that they actually did that or even charge. Thought they.
Because I do know that
here on the industrial
I
park.
think he comes from Columbia, and they only make trips to Mount Pleasant on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, you can call and set up arrangements.
He's tried that, and they don't.
I have kids that live in Mount Pleasant that ride that and come to my school, and I purchase passes for them to be able to
Yeah, I
do
think it's a
that. So
conversation
there's
with
that.
them.
It is
Yeah,
possible.
the conversation with them if that
Mhm.
interesting. That's something to think about.
Because I know he said he's tried to call them and see, like, how often he could get here, and they said only on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, but if you arrange it and
yeah.
schedule it, like if I said I needed a ride to the community center at 10 o'clock every day, they would come pick me up and take me 10 o'clock every day. They don't just venture here to see who might need a ride every day, but you can arrange it.
Yeah,
Because I know he has to
Yeah.
call and,
Okay.
I think
schedule
2
a
weeks in
pickup.
advance, I think.
You just set it up ahead of time and
Yeah.
okay. We've got 2 reports here, Parks Department and City Manager, maybe about.
Y'all both been kind of going at it.
Anything else you need to put under either of those?
Yeah, I want to take and I don't want to take a long time to go through it tonight. We're having a scheduled strategic planning session with the elected officials first week of January. I spent the last 2 weeks meeting with department heads and looking at our capital improvement plan and make sure we're on the same page so that you guys have something to look at. And as far as capital improvements, a lot of them we know we're already in the middle of, but I've got if you guys want to, I've got the one Bedford worked so hard on, that one pulled up. I highlighted a few things we've accomplished. I'd like to go through each one briefly, and if you don't mind, write them down for me. That way, when I get to the commission strategic planning, we can talk. That's just some of the boards that talk about doing. Obviously, the strategic plan will not be updated by January. Kind of struck out after meeting with people. But I think I'm just going to go and bite the bullet and take this plan that's on here and then start putting it on the agenda every month with you guys based off of the officials' feedback, your feedback, and update that to the current standard. I really wanted to get more comprehensive with it.
Mhm.
It's been a few months trying to figure out how to get there with some state partners. And all
It's a lot.
that. It is.
It's a lot whenever with your full-time job, Philip.
Is that okay if I put it up there and we
Yeah.
kind of? I'm gonna move up here so I can see. Huh?
January what?
You put me on the spot. I think it's a Thursday, the first Thursday in January. And it's from 9 to 3, and I don't know what day it is. Is it 8th or 9th? I was just happy that we didn't have to do it on Saturday. Everybody agreed to do it during the middle of the week. 8th. All right. So this was completed in 2022, and this was Bedford. This year was the update.
Yes, sir, did it.
I'm gonna go quickly, so don't let me hurt your eyes. These are some of the things we will update when we get to actually updating this plan, but I'm gonna go to just the parks itself. And there was 4 or 5 of them and the things that we put in place to do. All right, so the first one is Clark Mini Park. So Clark Mini Park, everybody's familiar where it's at? Okay, good. Off of, what is the road? Is it Shaw?
It's like Second Avenue, right
Is
there.
it Shaw? No, it's
On Clark Street.
Clark Street. Clark Street. All right, so what you guys identified back then was clean it up, replace basketball net and paint poles. Is there a basketball net there?
Yes.
Okay.
The big one and the little one.
So obviously, if I'm asking as a city manager, right? Paint lines, foursquare, hopscotch, place 2 picnic tables, add trash can, install tetherball. I'm not sure we did anything, and that's bad. It's me as a city manager saying I'm not sure if we did any of that. Did we? Have we?
The only thing that we got a little basketball. We did some of the stuff with the basketball. We cleaned it up
Okay.
because there was glass, but the fact that there's no common trash receptacle there seems to be a lot of trash gets left at that little park. But we did fix the basketball goal a little bit.
I think it got painted.
We got
and
fixed it a little
net put
bit,
up.
and we put the little goal up there. Remember, we had the little goal.
Yeah.
We put a little goal up there too.
I don't know where I've heard of that, but I feel like that's an area that it may have been this board. Maybe shelter
Yeah.
or something.
Because we checked, remember I had you to pull the dimensions
I
of
seen
where
it to
the
you.
park lines were to see, because we weren't, just because you're looking at it doesn't mean all that belongs to the park.
Yeah.
So that's what we
Well,
got that map.
It's got a
Housing said, Philip, that they're willing to work with the city. They need to, get on their property to build the shelter, they're okay with it.
Yeah, but we can't build on their property.
If they
No.
give you
Well,
a easement, they can.
if they did that, but
Yes, but they're willing to give you the easement to do it.
okay.
let's say there's need for attention out there still.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that, I mean, that's, we can, when we go, we can write that down, like shelter. I think there's a lot of kids in the area,
Road.
playground, something, I don't, just,
There's
think-
swings,
There's swings,
a
there's monkey
couple of
bars.
benches.
There's a bench. The bench is not a good bench. It needs to be replaced. There's monkey bars there. There's swing sets there. Swing sets are in good shape. Monkey bars and the basketball goal. That's what's there right now. There is space to put a tetherball set. Tetherball would go good there. There's a lot of kids that play at that park.
Yeah.
so we didn't do that, we didn't install the time.
The tetherballs are supposed to be donated. I don't want to, call out any names or anything at this point. It's been a minute. So I don't want to make sure I was accurate on that. But the tetherballs, if I'm not mistaken, were donated or were promised by other people and it never came. So,
And then, again, I know I'm having to do this because we're having it coming up in January. The goal is to update this, but tonight is just trying to get some ideas of presenting to the elected officials for a capital improvement.
And why can't we have a trash can up? That just bothers me. That's a simple
I don't know why we can't.
fix. I don't know if there was one and it keeps disappearing, if we need something attached. I don't know
That's a simple thing.
but that's an easy fix. And that would help keep
Agreed.
the park in a little better shape. Because if they don't have anywhere to throw it, it's just going on the ground.
Well, we have that trash can that they just pulled from the porch out here that they took to the shop. We could always take that down there
Yeah, no,
and
that's
have
an
them
easy-
like
that's an easy
stake it
fix.
in.
Yeah, definitely an easy fix. Any thoughts on Clark?
no.
Next is Arrow Mines. So what I briefly went through there, and I probably missed some things, but I briefly highlighted everything that we did accomplish. Clean up around the creek, ongoing. Now, I don't know if we did, but what I do know is adjacent to that property, I don't know how many acres it was donated to us, so we've been keeping it clean right in front of Smelter, and that's what we need to add to our plan, but, it's in a
Something
flood
new.
zone, but it could be a good walking trail. It could be something, I don't know.
The Boy Scouts did do a walking trail that connected where the road comes around where Merchant Street turns into whatever it is back by the power plant there, the substation. What is that?
Boswell.
Boswell.
Thank you, Lily. That's where the trail ended up at. And the trail just requires constant upkeep, and if you don't, then It's no longer a trail. Yeah,
For this discussion, I believe when we update the strategic plan, that should be added in here
Yeah.
as some future
Yes.
thoughts.
Yes.
But if you look at what we did accomplish, I don't know if we did move the baseball backstop, didn't we? It's gone.
yes, it is gone.
It's gone.
Mhm.
At picnic tables, well, that went along with the shelter.
Uh-huh.
Add signage, install parking area, add tire play feature. That's still there.
Yes,
The big tire.
Yeah.
And then bathrooms on this one.
Yes.
bathrooms there now. Yep.
I don't know, you need
It
to,
wasn't in the plan. We did it without going by the plan.
Phyllis.
And the Boy Scouts, they did, one of their Eagle projects or whatever, redid the basketball court this last year.
So
Mhm.
it has been redone.
So it has been redone.
Yep. It's striped.
Painted the poles,
Uh-huh.
resurfaced the court,
And put a
and
bench.
put a new bench over there.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know that that's something we talked about, new goals down there at Airmine, they're older goals. We said we might have some money left over for those goals, and also the benches under the shelter, 2 or 3 of them are messed up, they need to be replaced. Or the seat need to be fixed.
They're wooden picnic benches. It probably just needs a new board.
Yeah, new board, that's the one.
We have invested heavily in this in the last
Uh-huh.
fiscal year, I guess you would
Yeah.
say.
That's pretty good.
I don't think so.
We talked about those tires, and we talked about the tires needing to be treated every so often,
Mhm.
and we were gonna remove them. They're still there.
We are on removal.
Unless somebody's gonna go over there and treat them. They've been sitting over there for years without being treated, so.
We treat a tire with
Oh, no. Oh, no, so I'm wrong.
WD-4.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Are they being utilized? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
I hate to,
Every now and then.
yeah.
every now and then, and there's another good benefit of the tires for whatever it's worth. It does work as a somewhat of a backstop to
Yeah.
keep stuff from going in that creek, when kids are playing out. Because I do see a lot of activity on that field, especially during the summertime,
My mind goes to that it's probably easier to replace the tires than it is to treat them.
Probably so.
But yeah, so that's a good point. As far as capital improvement, picnic table, that's maintenance ongoing. We should do that. Didn't know that was that way. Replacing the basketball poles. Again, if you're looking at just tax revenue next fiscal year, I mean, it's probably it's a project like mini park, or do we go back down here? And we have to go through the budget process. I don't
Yeah.
know that just yet.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at priorities, that a pretty high priority to replace basketball goals.
Well, I
I think
had
we
asked
need
for
to
playground equipment.
True.
Because
So that's
no,
something.
I
that
think
stuff
we need
over
to
there is
go through
ridiculous.
our list
At Arrow,
and
Paramount.
go
Yeah,
through
it's not
each
good.
park
it was
and
free
put
to
what we would
begin with.
like to see, then
Right.
come back and order it
It was short.
in
We had to cut the
what we
legs
could
off
and
then reset it.
what we would really like
It was
versus,
donated.
kind of
that's-
prioritize it and then go from there.
That's updating a strategic plan.
Yeah, I
But I understand where you're
But
going.
even if you think, oh, well, put it on the list.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Don't have
even
to
if it's gonna take us 5 years,
Years.
go ahead and put it on the list. And that gives us something to shoot for, because you never know when there might be a group in town that says, hey, what could we do? And we could say, well, here's what we want to do, and they may pick one and go ahead and do it, and then we can move on to something else.
And we're going on down it, but you will. So sometimes you look at things and you go, we ain't really done nothing. But as we go down this list, a lot of things are highlighted.
Yeah.
They really are. So
Yeah.
it's a testament to you guys, a testament to the city. Even before I got here, it wasn't the city manager. There has been some focus on it, but again, we can sit here and go, it's not good enough, right?
We
It's
can
not good enough, so
always
let's
do
keep
more.
pushing.
My dad's favorite saying.
So Howard
always do
Field.
more.
Always.
All right, so this, I think you guys are aware of it. Well, that'd be in the minutes, won't it? Dadgummit. I think you're aware of it, but are working with the county. There actually a library is going to be built on Howard Field along with softball field. That's in the works, so this will probably come off our strategic plan. But that's been approved by the county. It's been approved by our commission, and then they're in the design phase now. So
Which, other than the library, that was always the intent for that area at some point in time, Philip. It might not have been a part of this strategic plan because it just didn't make sense at the time, prioritizing wise. but there's always been a desire to turn that into softball fields and do something with that extra space.
So you'll see that I highlighted it because every bit of that's supposed to happen. There's
Yeah.
state of the art library, which the library that's here now comes back to us because we owned it apparently at one time. And then bathrooms and the ballpark and all that stuff. Everything that I think our city would like to have done, but it would have been, I'd probably be a really old person or not even here before that happens. That's just the honest
It's
truth.
gonna be good, yeah.
He said, oh.
Really, I said really, I would be really old.
You speak about all of it.
Halong and Wall, which is Rotary Park over at our baseball fields. We did just maintenance basically, but it had a roof put on it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean,
So I passed by there the other day and all the benches were gone. And then the next time I passed by, they were all there. What happened?
They
somebody
borrowed them.
stole them all, but our police department's really good and they found them and got them back.
Oh, is it for real?
Yeah.
They were free of the Christmas lighting.
Oh, okay.
We borrowed them. We borrowed them to use them somewhere else. And that's how, but
I
borrowing
was
them and
giving Big
moving them
Daddy
other
props.
places is how they get like they are
The hero.
at the other shelter.
Yeah.
That's how that happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
hit
that's
it.
what it was. And then of course it rained and it was net cold and they didn't use them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're back now.
There's not a lot highlighted on this list.
No, it's not because, and this is the one thing you remember we applied for that.
Blue Cross Blue Shield grant, other
That
places.
one's better built in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason we could apply for it because we had a strategic plan with
Uh-huh.
mitigating the
Yeah.
drainage area.
Yeah.
But we got denied. So.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on this one?
There's a lot of potential for that little area out there. The disc golf park was in that, and it's a swamp, so you're limited to what you can do there, but there is some potential for that park still, especially the area on that side of the little fence, but where the shelter is on this side of it, that far corner up there, Philip, all year long is wet.
I think another thing too with this park, we purchased that green field in front of Hidden Acres.
Yeah.
I know you guys are probably aware of that, but when we update our strategic plan, let's incorporate that field
Yes.
into what we're doing.
Mhm.
Well, baseball's a very big thing in our area, and a certain time of year, that area is heavily utilized.
It is.
If you're into baseball, you know that already. But then the other times of year, there's a lot of opportunity for that space because it doesn't get used very much.
That park, it is used a lot for baseball, and baseball's still a big thing in youth sports. I'd love to see the whole thing reworked. And
I always thought it would be a good place for a outdoor music area. It was because it's almost set up like a little bowl already, And if you look in the Healthy Places grants and some of the other Parks and Rec books that I looked at, there's like they have music parks where they have, which kind of went in conjunction with the Performing Arts Middle School that we had. There was some focus there, and there's a lot of opportunity out there for many different things.
I think that would be a good place on that empty pad for a pickleball court.
It would be a great place for it. Just needs it's got a crack in it,
Yeah.
Painted Foursquare on it, and almost immediately after I painted Foursquare on it, people were playing Foursquare on it, So,
I think my suggestion on this one would be is update our strategic plan and then incorporate the other green space. But moving forward for next fiscal year, trying to do something in the next fiscal year this is probably not one of them. Would
Yeah.
y'all agree?
there's a lot of, that was probably one of the better situated parks already. There was some playground equipment there. It was in a bad location. The playground equipment is, or was. I don't know if it's been
Still
moved
is.
yet. Huh?
Still is.
Still is. It's in a swamp. But if you could get the playground equipment moved, just as maintenance, that would be
Is there
fantastic.
anything that can be done to mitigate the swamp or to make it smaller or to build it up? Is there anything we can do to get rid
I
of the
think it's
swamp?
natural spring in there or something, isn't it, Philip?
Yes. So yes, that's a very technical, loaded question. So it really is. And they all know what I'm talking about. So we're going through a stormwater utility study right now, the next hot topic. But that right there is a drainage off of the Halong, Edgewood, all that from the middle of town. It goes down Halong and it comes this way and it by Rocky Top through there and back through the schools out to Kittrell's where it floods. So yes, ultimately, if we're going to fix the stormwater problems, that's part of it
Okay.
right there. Yeah, makes my hair great. let's talk about parks. Gardenia,
They drain the swamp.
that one is, I know we've all been there, but
Bigger my eyesight.
I'm proud of Gardenia. We've done a lot
We have.
to that with the shelter, the basketball goals. The only thing I can see here that we haven't done from the plan is add playground equipment. So I think playground equipment is a theme with some of this that we haven't done. I think that would still be a priority to try to finish out this 2022 strategic plan, which was a 5-year plan.
Uh-huh.
So 26 is the end
Still
of the
within our
plan.
5 years. That's right.
Still within the 5 years. So just food for thought.
Miss Willie has a question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I guess the biggest, question I get, there's not a sign telling you about Gardenia Park. We need to put a sign somewhere big enough for people to know we have another park this way. I took a lady up there the other day, she had no idea that.
There's a lot of people who've lived here a long
10
time that
years,
have no
don't even
idea.
know that it was a park.
It's like one of the best ones we got.
That's a good point too.
I
Wrote that
think we
down.
need
Yeah,
signage.
that's not necessarily capital. I mean, it could be. But
So if you do them all like we supposed
Yeah.
to.
community, we finna blow this one out of the water, right?
Yeah.
$2 million project going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to the community center. I mean, it's more than we ever could have asked for, I guess.
Yeah.
With the upgrades, and y'all have seen the plans, and the
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, reiterate. We're gonna spend the next 7-8 months talking about programming. A lot of knowledge back there,
Mm-hmm.
and she's willing to come talk to us once a month.
It's a nice
So,
lady back there.
I have a hard time saying her name.
I'm trying to why he didn't
Natalie.
highlight the splash
Yeah.
pad.
You didn't highlight the splash pad?
I saw community.
I worked
center,
hard on that
decided,
flash pad, man.
Stop highlighting.
There is no, I mean,
Because
The splash pad made my hair turn white, Billy.
we have done a lot under 2, 3, and 4.
yeah, I kind of stopped there on the community center. That's something we're gonna be.
Yeah.
We're already proud of it, right? But
Yeah.
something to really be proud of once it's done.
We're just proud to think that we're going to use it in a fashion which is more beneficial to the community.
And that's all of them. So, yeah, again, I think if you want to kind of rank those, if you wanted to, I'll present that to the commission in our strategic planning. We'll try to have it put together and on the agendas, that with the CIP or capital improvement plan, March, February, along with budget, to try to get a foundation of moving forward for the next fiscal. And then my goal, hopefully starting in January, is just take maybe 30 minutes each month and let's update this. So and all I know to do is, let's get some good feedback, is work off this template and update it from here. And that's all I have.
Well, thank you.
I guess anything else that you guys see that you would want me to kind of talk about, present, trying to get that we haven't talked about in this. The next time we meet, that'll probably be over. That strategic planning will be over. Okay.
So if we think of something after tonight, we
Yeah.
just email you and say, hey, we thought about this. What, maybe
Calculations
we could
of
add.
applicant too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do. All right, new business, January event.
Usually in January we have a movie night at the center.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have an idea of what we can do, or if y'all even want to do a January event and
Well, it's
just
gonna be
focus
cold.
on Daddy Daughter Dance in February.
It's going to be cold, and without having a place to do it inside at, I mean, I know as time moves on into March, April, May, and June, we can start
We could
utilize
start
the
to get
parks.
outside. Yeah.
But don't nobody want to be outside in January. Well, I don't want to be outside in January. Let me rephrase that. I do not want to be outside in January. Okay. So,
He's a
But-
Grinch.
huh?
He's a Grinch.
Yes, it's cold.
But that's usually, the thing that we
And
do
our
in
movie
January
night-
is
Our movie night in January has gotten better as we've
Yeah.
moved on, so I hate not to do it because consistency is key to keeping anything really getting better, is that you consistently do it. But I think with the improvements that we're bringing to the community center, it's worth putting it off. Yeah.
So we'll take a step back from January
I
and
think so.
we'll focus on Daddy Daughter
Okay,
Dance
Daddy
in
Daughter-
February.
My question is, where are we going to have it at?
Yeah.
I will contact Mr. Edie
Okay.
or Miss Sandrell and see if we could use the schools.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I do facilities.
Facilitron.
Facilitron,
Facilitron.
yeah. Facilitron.
What's
Is
that?
that the first sale?
Well, you
If you-
contact them, I think.
Well, we can, when you go into Facilitron, if you know the date you want, you can look to see if it's available.
Mm-hmm.
It'll show you a calendar and if that date is available. And what I would do is go ahead and fill out the form because you're going to have to upload insurance paperwork. You're going to have to upload all of that. Pretty much that's taken out of the hands of the principals anymore. You used to, I could just say, hey, yeah, you can use my gym. You can use my gym. That's done. The Facilitron is where you have to start.
And if you know what days are available, then we can schedule it accordingly.
According to
Yeah.
that.
You can
yeah.
see the whole month calendar.
So I'll get
And I
with
can
them
DJ there
and
just the
see
same.
what they have available,
They asked me to DJ.
or if they will,
I say we should go.
what the process, like as far as like what she needs from us, or they need from us.
It'll say what would the title, what is the name of your group, and you could put City of Mount Pleasant, and then it'll ask you what is the title of your event. Will you be serving food? Do you have, because janitorial service, they're going to
Right.
ask you, will you be serving food? Do you need parking? It's a yes, no, all the way down, and then it tells you you need to upload this, and then it sits, and then they either approve, deny, or they'll come back and say yes, but it's going to cost you this, and sometimes they waive the fees, but it depends on the group.
Okay. Thank you, Luan. That's valuable
I do it every day.
every day.
Well, I'm at Horace Porter in the boardroom, and everybody wants to use the boardroom for meetings, so I see it every day.
Okay.
That's all I got.
That's good for me.
General comments, anybody?
Mary Lee, you ain't got nothing to say?
We haven't met yet this month, so I'm just waiting.
Well, then we just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Lori seconded that.
All right.
And what?
I say you seconded that.